Jeremetta grinds to the outside and now cuts in, and Jake Wise, who's been excellent in the face-off dot, trying to win the puck in the corner, along with Preston to complete that line.
Already some great hits down there.
Ohio State's look for the early territorial advantage. Dobish gives up a rebound, and it's potted in on the backhand. Penn State leads McEachran, who's been doing that all in the early season so far.
If it gets you to 6-2, I don't think many people are arguing with it.
And then, of course, a Big Ten regular season championship. They've lost a tournament final. That was in 2017, or rather won the tournament in 2017. But Penn State now with a little bit of a forecheck that's instilled this possession. Circling around, McMenamin will leak it down low. That got redirected by Kevin Wall, who's right in front of Dobish. That little backdoor feed will nestle back out high from Singleton. Then Gustav Westlund, the Swede. Singleton stays on it. Westlund, he's been doing that a lot. He is top 3 in the Big Ten in shots. Ripped that off Audio. That got redirected once, twice. Audio's up for the challenge. He denies it on the front door. Westlund still looking to stuff it home. Long shift here by Ohio State in the offensive zone. It swings around Rydell. Dunlap took some contact down to the crease. Dobish goes off. Ohio State's going to get a power play, and it's well-deserved because they were hunting. There's a prospect of the Montreal Canadiens taken in the 5th round. In last year's draft, the freshman. That's Treelor letting it fly. Glove-high catch from Audio. Westlund is the offensive co-captain. And the shot ripped by Lori. Speaking of young phenoms, one they expect to be pretty good, the draft pick of the Boston Bruins out there on this power play with Gabriel.
If you get hockey terms, you know what I mean by that. He's one of the best at dishing the disc.
Just his 8th career game. The body's in front of him. There's some veterans in this Ohio State lineup that have helped collectively gel and get off to a better start than last season, which went south.
Dobish to stay back further in the crease, so he's in cover territory when he takes that, but also gives up more net space. Do you want more defensemen back there to help corral the rebound when it goes off his pad? Too many different things that you could go back and say, well, what if, you know?
In the early portion of the season, 2nd in face-off percentage wins, and the most recent one led to a goal-scoring opportunity like that one did.
We'll see here in a bit.
22-year-old Ohio State's most improved skater last year. 4 goals, 4 assists. Off the win that was angled down low and then redirected to the nets. Gabriel not able to control in back of Dobish, and now he's got to make a great save on the far stick on the redirection that was coming his way from Janiev. Jostle forward in the corner with Ohio State looking for some more puck support. And finally it ends up on the stick of Treelor, and the leak out leads to the shot that came with Guzzo letting it rip. So Leslie, Guzzo, Cooley, that line. Dunlap out there for the time being in place of Cooley and took the shot off the face-off win. Merkulov, McEachran to take the face-off. It's won by Penn State to the wall. On the quick hop to it and spun out of there, Clayton Phillips. Signal delayed offside as opposed to the call, but you and I were looking right at the linesman, thinking that was called up for a trip on Merkulov, but never went to the bench. Audio is right there to deny the opportunity from Wise. Now they're looking for that momentum here. There's just 5 seconds left. Rydell.
That should do it.
The veteran D will just smack it into the back, and then Audio has that latest effort from Westlund spill off his glove to end the opening stanza.
Yeah, you just added a fancier term than what I was going to say. I was going to say the score does not reflect Ohio State's effort through that first period. They played really well on both sides, attacking and defending. And they really look different than the first period last game. I feel like we're going to talk about that multiple times during this game, but really looking like a great squad out here as of this first period.
Dobish has to make a big stop early on down low. Said obstacle, his namesake. before it comes out to Wise, and a 2-on-1 is formed with Sharametta. Wise comes to the front and leaves it up into the catching glove of Audio. Wisconsin won it last year in the regular season. Minnesota took the tournament in a wild, truncated COVID carousel. Trying to fetch it at the line. Instead, it's Penn State looking to break out. DeNaples, steady career for the senior defenseman, leaks it up to McEachran, and his shot is held by Dobesh. Dobesh, looking back, finally sees it and corrects.
Well, it looks like he threw it further off.
But meanwhile, down low, there's Audio, who's scarfing up that latest effort coming from Thiesig. Take that scoring up a notch. It's been the talk, doing it by committee for this Ohio State group. They've got guys capable. There's Dobesh making the save, and then it's touchdown. A penalty is coming up here. They have a shorthanded goal. They're clipping it just 77%. Their defense has been excellent, but that hit the post and denies Penn State a second on the effort from Copeland. Johnny he's got pep in his step. He's small in stature but can fly. 13 for Penn State. Now we'll look to feed the oncoming skater off the bench. That was Kerwin. It's blockered aside by Dobesh. Then the wraparound fire from the corner taken by Dick. Kerwin will look on, and this will skate back where Simon Mack, the freshman from Brockville, Ontario, will break out again. Johnny he's leaning in and let that fly where Dobesh has it. That was not 4 minutes into the first period. Leading on a breakout out of the neutral zone and a rebound off Dobesh. Here's Wall coming in, trying to tuck it low. Dobesh denies. He's had a great career playing in his 104th game. Tried for the breakout. Sharametta, though, trying to start something again.
There's something.
Bedoli across the rink for Westland, and it's smashed high by Grant Gabriel. Bedoli. Now Westland with a fortuitous cut down to his skates. Tried to settle it, then it's lobbed over the top of the net. Johnny the freshman, Kerwin out there. These are the rookies. And both from New York. DeNaples. He'll slide that across. Johnny watches it go under the blade. Dobesh missed it with the catching glove. 12 minutes gone here in the second. 1-0 Penn State. There's Dick looking down low, and it's Dobesh going down on Lampa to keep him out and even prevent him from shooting. Paul DeNaples waiting for it for Penn State. Big number 3, the captain, working in the corner against Jaden Leslie, but it came out loose, and into the slot it goes, and the shot from one knee from Cooley goes high. A dump and chase in their game. Westland coming back off the Penn State overplay, and now Singleton glides toward the goal line, looks to go back to Westland. Ripping it is Audio, and a rebound off the initial shot.
Oh, and there's a headlock.
They bring it on ahead, and cutting inside is Wise. Wise will shoot. That got deflected, went over Audio. Quinn Preston, Wise, Sharametta. They've created some problems, and the shot coming from Fedoli. Almost drifting away. 200-foot game here with the stretch pass, and now breaking on in. The hard work of Johnny is going to earn a penalty, and Penn State going to go to the power play. The freshman from Brooklyn was hooked. Just the final 5 ticks here of the second stanza.
You've got a loose twig, too, on that far side.
Singleton ran into it. McLean getting down on the forecheck, and that ends 40 minutes of hockey here in Columbus. And the win against Michigan State, and then last night against Penn State, but they have not found the way through past Oscar Audio here tonight, Caleb, and Penn State also feeling like they probably could have added to their lead a couple of times in that second. We're underway here in the third. Wise, Sharametta, it's turned over, and Dobesh has to make one save, a second. He's down to the seat of his pants. It's free from McEachran. He's the goal scorer in tonight's game. Here's Phillips, and that shot that slithers by from Grattan.
Never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the Jackets.
That's
okay. The other game that's going on after this.
It's a hockey team playing in Columbus. It counts for something. Westland shoots. It's blocked down by Audio. Simon Mack, freshman, earned the trust on a lot of ice time playing with Kenny Johnson out there. It'll drift back.
First time you called that Ontario native's name tonight.
Wise will set that up. There's a rebound, and they score! Lori!
And look at the timing. Because you had enough looking at that to maybe scratch your head and squint your eyes at that.
Yeah, sure, you're playing with the road momentum. Lori scoring. That was off Mack. Audio's forced right back into a save. Cherametta and Wise, BU transfers, assist on the Lori goal. From BU to a future Boston Bruin, connecting on that tying goal. Another Ohio State win in the circle. They're 22-19 in terms of face-offs. That was ripped. Badoli scoring for the Buckeyes. 2-1 they lead. They have turned the screws just past the 5-minute mark here in the third. 2-1. They have themselves 2 goals in 41 seconds to take a 2-1 lead here on home ice.
And it should really delight Buckeyes fans that these have not come from Sadloka. A stick gets thrown.
Causing a rise in the crowd. Dunlap off a face-off win. Shot that off Audio. There it's backhanded low.
You've got to wonder if that's going to become Ohio State's identity as a team this season, is the comeback kids.
And there is Dobesh. Coughed that up to the wing. Ohio State's forecheck looking good. But then Wise gave the puck away. And up the ice here comes Phillips. Ripped it, and Jakob Dobesh has the save. Off a face-off win. There is a rebound, and quite the save from Dobesh. With Westland putting the body on Phillips. McEachran shot it wide, creates that rebound. And then a heavy check on Dowd Jr. in the corner, and it's going to cost Ohio State. Audio to the bench. Penn State's going to the power play. But they gave up 2 goals in 41 seconds here to now trail by a goal and now come up ice. McMenamin, who hits it wide of the target. Mack out wide. Johnniev and Kerwin. Kerwin firing the latest shot. Kerwin got it back. Power play coming to an end. That flies wide from Mack. 18-19 seasons. Buckeyes won the regular season in 19. Great breakout here, and Wise, well, he was sending that one towards Morrill Tower. He was amped up, looking to let that rip. It was too high and off the glass, bounding back out. Now the push again. Here's Dunlap, scores!
Bar down Dunlap.
Mentioned it earlier, the supplemental scoring, looking for support from everyone, and you get 2D scoring their second goals. Dunlap his first. Here's Thiesing, crash in the crease. Trying to jab out of there. Wise, he's had a nice game. Another strong performance. And with the assist tonight, now looking for a goal of his own. Debutant St. Thomas coming up from Division III. They're in the CCHA, which is now back. The old conference of the Buckeyes. Dobesh, who will make the save low. It ricocheted off his catching, or his mask, and now will smother it as it squirts through Lori. They'll edge that out wide to the wall. Clayton Phillips with Kevin Wall working in deep. Scrap for it with McMenamin. There was a point with the empty net, finishing the job for the Buckeyes from the neutral zone. Cherametta congratulated.
3-1 is a good record to have, especially in a conference like the Big Ten, which is huge in hockey.
The Buckeyes break out again with a big third period. Dobesh gets the congrats.